Hey guys, so after I did the Nickelodeon magazine video, I went to Dollar General, and I know these have been out for a while, but I hadn't seen them. But DunkAroos, because what better pairing than 90s Nickelodeon and classic 90s snacks? Um, so we had Dunkaroos, but we didn't have them a whole lot to where I'm like, oh my god, it was the best flavor ever. It was the best thing ever. I remember there was the packaging looked obviously a lot different. Had a kangaroo on it. The cookies were kangaroo shaped, some of them, and I think they had another like the one right there, the D medallion looking one. Um, and it had the vanilla frosting. I think there was one with chocolate frosting, which obviously was so much better. So first comment, or not comment, but question is, which team were you? Team chocolate or team vanilla frosting? Um, Now I wanted to get these a while ago. I saw a box of them when I was at Ingles. They had a box of like 10 packs, but the thing was like 15 freaking dollars. I'm like, fuck that. But they just have individual ones finally that I saw over at Dollar General, and it was because it was under the new um section. So yeah, it looks like they're not little kangaroos anymore. They look a lot they look a lot more fragile too. This is gonna be disappointing, I think. Oh my god. What the fuck? Okay, this is depressing. Remember how white the frosting used to be? I mean, that's it now. It's so discolored and I mean, as you can see, it's all just the same one. Like I said, I remember them having the little kangaroo shape, and I think that was a mascot of Dunkaroos. Dunkaroo, kangaroo, kind of goes together. Um, I guess they did the medallion ones because if you remember back then they were a lot bigger, so there wasn't as many in the package. So I think you would have like maybe six, seven, eight, maybe 10 cookies. But here, I mean, because they're so small, they're able to fit a whole shitload in there, which I guess that's fine. But all right, let's with the frosting. Uh, yeah, I remember them being a lot better than this. Yeah, I'm not getting my socks blown off like I thought I would because I'm like, it's oh my god, it's nostalgia, snacks, and oh no, this is very underwhelming. I don't know if sometimes they changed formulas to be more with the times, because they might have been using stuff back then that's like, oh, people were more, self conscious about this now. Change it. I don't, I don't know. It's just, it's, I don't know. The frosting just almost tastes like there's chemicals in it. Which, knowing my luck, I wouldn't be surprised. So, oh, sorry, we got some floor cleaner in there. Right. I mean, it tastes like a regular cookie, like a regular, just like a dollar cookie. I mean, I think this was like, how much? With the bag. It was like $1.79 for this. But I also remember the side of the frosting being a lot bigger. And I remember as a kid, like you would take all the cookies mostly and just eat them. This is what I did. I ate the cookies and then like the last one or two, that's when I would as much frosting as possible. Or I just ate the cookies as is, and then with my finger I just scooped out the freaking frosting at the end. Very rarely did I take the cookie and dip it into, you know, into the frosting each time. So I would get down to like the last cookie and I would just like scoop it all up and, as much as possible, and more like that. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it does not taste the way I remember it. It just tastes like sadness and depression. Because when you have a thirst that needs to be quenched, nothing quenches your thirst quite like Monster Energy. Not sponsored. Please sponsor me. No, it's a running joke. I would say I'm disappointed. That's just one thing to expect. Not everything you remember as a kid is going to be fantastic when you're older. Um, then you have stuff like when did Oreos come out? Let me see. Um, Oreo O's. Oreo O's. Oreos came out 97. And yeah, and they taste exactly the way I remember them tasting. And to this day, I love Oreos. Same thing with Reese's Puffs. Um, oh, they're one of those things that you can get, and they always taste the same, which is good because consistency is key. But these, they're just sad and just shell of their former selves. They don't have the kangaroo anymore either, which is a huge downer because when you think of DunkAroos, you thought of the kangaroo. All right, so here are just some of the previous ones. As you can see, there's more shapes. Dunkaroos, you had the chocolate. You can see they've got different shapes. Um, what was the other one? Peanut butter. I think I remember the peanut butter one. But yeah. So as you can see, Dunkaroos had a kangaroo as the little mascot, but now it's not there. Now you just get this. This is what it is now. It's so unappealing looking. It's just, where's the fun? Where's the fun that the kangaroo would bring? You know? I remember all these. Yeah, so like you could see, chocolate and vanilla. They had peanut butter. Um, and little kangaroo. So the fact is, it's just, where have all the Dunkaroos gone? Um, but yeah, this is extremely disappointing. If you say you're going to bring something back, bring it back as it was. This is just a watered down reboot version, essentially. That, I mean, it's kind of like with movies now. They want to reboot all these franchises, and then it comes out, and then it's not nearly as good as you remember, and it sucks. And this is just one of those things. All the cookies are the same. The frosting sucks. Uh, if you're gonna bring it back the way it was. Bring back the kangaroo. Bring back the different shapes. Don't just say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna bring back Dunkaroos," and then you have people open. It's like, "Where's the Dunkaroos part?" You know. So having to give this a rating out of 10, this is like a fucking 2. I mean, it's great because it's got the Dunkaroos name, but that's all it has going for it. That's why I really haven't heard many people talking about like, oh my god, Dunkaroos is back. I think I heard Leonhardt talk about it on one of his videos like a year or so ago. They're like, oh yeah, bring back Dunkaroos. But yeah, I can see why. It's just sadness. Sadness and a desire to go back to times that were better. Don't waste your guys' money on that. I did that so you guys wouldn't have to. Oh god, I'm sounding like the fucking nostalgia critic. I remember so you don't have to. Um, yeah, so if you see Dunkaroos and you get curious, you have a better chance. Actually, no, they'd probably be badly expired by this point. Uh, just do yourself a favor, just don't. You know, like I've said, there's some things that they can bring back. You know, they brought back Oreos and stuff like that, and that stuff is still. I mean, I can still eat a whole box by myself in a couple of minutes. That's how much I love that damn fucking cereal. But you know, same thing with there's some things like things I used to love, like cherry Pop Tarts. They're not even as great as I remember anymore. I also remember the apple, just the flat out apple Pop Tarts, the one that had that nice white frosting on it. Nope. I also remember when Pop Tarts didn't have frosting on it. Um, Disappointing, really is. You know, because you do this stuff and you want to get transported back to that first time you put it in your mouth, or you watched it, or whatever, and then nothing, nothing. Well, that was a waste of $1.79. Anyways, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.